देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। ॐ अज्ञानातिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा तदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुक्तापदकमलं श्रीगुरो वैष्णवंशं श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथं वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगणान्विता श्रीशाखान्वितंश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्ते। काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपदाय विष्णुविस्तारितरूपाय भारतप्रिय श्रीदेवाय स्वामिने सुभद्रारदास्मि। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णविस्तारितने श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिने नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशकारिणे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणीं। Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Bhagavad Gita. We are from chapter 6 and we are on text Hare Krishna, text 43, 44, 43. Okay. Yeah, so we read about how a yogi, it takes a long time to become pure. Takes many lifetimes. Hare Krishna. Sorry?
Sound is not clear.
Sound is not clear. You can't hear me? You can't hear me?
You can hear, but it's not clear.
So just put that.
You have to see from there.
Where there's echo. Hare Krishna.
There are no many buttons.
Hare Krishna. It's not clear?
Little bit.
Okay, fine. Yeah, it's okay? All right. So, we saw that practicing Krishna consciousness is something that's cumulative, meaning one life we do it in the next life and in the next life. It builds up. So we practice, but then we may fall from the path. Either of the short practice or of the long practice, right? So then we take birth either in family of, so we go up to the heavenly planets, and then we come back on earth and we take birth in families of aristocratic family, Brahmana family, rich merchant Vaishya family, or some very special families where the transcendentalists. Maybe you can sit here, or the chair is left over, and just remove this. No. She's. You want to change the chair? You want to change the chair? Yeah. Just push it back. Push that back. Push it behind. All right. Prapya punya kritam upsava. In text 43. Tatratam buddhi samyogam labhate paurvadehikam yatate cha tato bhuyah samsiddho kurunandana. On taking such a birth, he revives the divine consciousness of his previous life, and he again tries to make further progress in order to achieve complete success, O son of Kuru. Purport. King Bharat, who took his third birth in the family of a good Brahmana, is an example of good birth for the revival of previous transcendental consciousness. King Bharat was the emperor of the world, and since his time this planet has been known among the demigods as Bharatvarsh. Formerly it was known as Illavritavarsh. The emperor at an early age retired for spiritual perfection but failed to achieve success. In his next life he took birth in the family of a good Brahmana and was known as Jad Bharat, because he always remained secluded and didn't talk to anyone. And later on he was discovered as the greatest transcendentalist by King Rahugana. From his life it is understood that transcendental endeavors or the practice of yoga never go in vain. By the grace of the Lord, the transcendentalist gets repeated opportunities for complete perfection in Krishna consciousness. So he's Jad Bharat, so he was Bharat Maharaj. He made some mistake and he fell in the body of a deer, and then again he took birth. This time he took birth in a family of Brahmana, but he appeared dumb. Right? He appeared like he cannot learn anything. Actually, he's a great transcendentalist, but he appeared as if he's dumb, dull. So it continues, our progress continues. Text 44. Purvabhyasena tenaiva Viyate hi avashopi saha Jigyasurapi yogasya Shabda brahmati vartate. By virtue of the divine consciousness of his previous life, he automatically becomes attracted to the yogic principles, even without seeking them. Such an inquisitive transcendentalist stands always above the ritualistic principles of the scriptures. Right? So meaning as soon as he's born, we find that he's looking for knowledge. He's looking for association of devotees. Advanced yogis are not very much attracted to the rituals of the scriptures, but they automatically become attracted to the yoga principles, which can elevate them to complete Krishna consciousness, the highest yoga perfection. Meaning that if somebody is very advanced, so what happens is he is like attracted to more knowledge, and he wants to practice a system that will liberate him from the cycle of birth and death. He will not be attracted to the regular rituals, all the formalities of religion. He is not attracted to all this. Do this puja, do that puja, counteract my suffering with this. He is not interested in all this. He is only thinking, what can I do so that I can have spiritual advancement and not material advancement. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, such disregard of Vedic rituals by the advanced transcendentalists is explained as follows. Aho pato swapachato gariham yachik vagret paratate namatubhyam te pustapaste juhushasnurarya brahmanuchurnama grinhanti yete. O my Lord, persons who chant the holy names of your lordships are far from advanced in spiritual life, even if born in families of dog eaters. Such chanters have undoubtedly performed all kinds of austerities and sacrifices, bathed in all sacred places, and finished all scriptural studies. So somebody who's chanting Krishna's names. So here Srimad Bhagavatam is describing who that person. So it may be he's low born. Remember we read earlier, right, that it may happen that we take birth in a lower family. But nothing is lost.
In between
Yeah. So if somebody does something wrong, then he can have a lowborn, right? But he doesn't forget his Krishna consciousness. Oh, here it is, text 40, and the middle paragraph. The Bhagavatam assures the unsuccessful transcendentalists that there need be no worries. Even though he may be subjected to the reaction for not perfectly executing prescribed duties, he is still not a loser, because auspicious Krishna consciousness is never forgotten, and one so engaged will continue to do so, even if he is low born in the next life. So low born, you can say he's born in a family of dog eater. Okay, he's born in a Chandal, Sapacha, family of Chandal. But it doesn't mean that he's a Chandal. He's born in this family due to some punishment, right? But his Krishna consciousness is still with him, right? So people who eat dogs, right? How they become devotees, right? How they become devotees? Because in previous lives they have done some type of mistake, offending a guru, great personalities, blasphemy of scriptures, or exalted devotees, when they are just put in a situation where they are neglected, where they don't have power to speak more harm or to whatever it may be. So he's born in a low born. So this one, text 43 is saying that. So if we find someone who is low born but is ready to chant Krishna's name, alright, we should know that this person actually has already done so much vrat, so much tapasya, so much vrat must have done. He must have taken bath in the lakes, in the holy lakes. Sorry?
All kind of austerity.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, he has done, he's gone to Badrinath, he's gone to take bath in Godavari.
Someone big work in low standard, like mentioned here in Dog Eater family, and he previously was a spiritual person, and somehow we can't chant in that family, like Dog Eater family, we due to some circumstances. How he will come out from that situation?
He has to find where he can sit alone and chant. Right? He has to find out.
Then he has to leave his family.
Sorry?
Then he or she has to leave his family.
Why?
Because that family is like a dog eater, or they don't believe in spiritual.
Yeah, so many devotees, their family don't believe that they are chanting. They're still chanting, right? Go to a park and chant. Go on the roof and chant. Right?
Like Prahlad and his father, he never allowed him to chant, but he still.
Yeah. Somehow or other, still chanting. Yeah, so if we find that somebody wants to chant and is determined to chant, it means he has already done this in previous lives. That's why now he wants to chant. Because the famous example of this was presented by Lord Chaitanya, who accepted Thakur Haridas as one of his most important disciples. Although Thakur Haridas happened to take his birth in a Muslim family, he was elevated to the post of Namacharya by Lord Chaitanya due to his rigidly attended principle of chanting 300,000 holy names of the Lord daily. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And he chanted, and because he chanted the holy name of the Lord constantly, it is understood that in his previous life, he must have passed through all the ritualistic methods of the Vedas, known as Shabda Brahman. Unless one is purified, one cannot take to the principles of Krishna consciousness and become engaged in chanting the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna. So that's why we find most of us are not able to chant, right? We are not able to chant, most of us, right? Because we haven't collected sufficient sukriti, right? So we hope that whoever practiced during the month of Purushottam, going to become more serious in chanting, right? Text 45.
Brahma means?
Vedas. The Vedas. Yeah. Prayatnatyatamaanastu yogi samsudha kilvishah aneka janma samsiddhas tato yati param gatim. And when the yogi engages himself with sincere endeavor in making further progress, being washed of all contaminations, then ultimately achieving perfection of the many births and of practice, he attains the supreme goal. Alright? So he endeavors with sincere endeavor. So when the yogi engages himself with sincere endeavor in making further progress, being washed of all contamination, then ultimately achieving perfection of the many birth of practice, he attains the supreme goal. So it's not overnight, right? Overnight. It takes time. Yeah, takes time. And we have to be serious and sincere, and we must endeavor, right? You say, okay, tomorrow I will chant. A person born in a particularly righteous, aristocratic or sacred family becomes conscious of his favorable condition for executing yoga practice. With determination, therefore, he begins his unfinished task, and thus he completely cleanses himself of all material contaminations. When he is finally free from all contaminations, he attains the supreme perfection, Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is the perfect stage of being free from all contamination. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 7.28. Yesham kvantagatam papam jananam punya karmanam Kedvandva maho nirmukta bhajante mam drita vrataha. After many births of executing pious activities, when one is completely freed from all contaminations and from all illusory dualities, one becomes engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Right? Meaning all those desires, all those ambitions have to go out from the heart. Then we can take the Krishna consciousness seriously. Otherwise, we are not interested. We are a little bit interested, but not properly. Right?
What is it? Pious activities comes under what?
We just said, taking bath. Yeah, that also. And then taking bath, going on pilgrimage, giving donation, all this. Yes, and maybe, giving clothes, planting trees, right? In our time, we are destroying all the trees, so meaning we are impious. Instead of planting trees, we destroy the trees. Text 46. Tapasvidhyo diko yogi Jnanibhyo kimatto dhikaha Karamibhyascha diko yogi Tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. A yogi is greater than the ascetic. greater than the implicit and greater than the fruitive worker. So tapasviyo, somebody who is just doing so much tapasya, yeah, he is doing so much tapasya, but he is not taking care of his heart. Right? So he is so harsh, then the heart becomes irritated. When we are doing unnecessary austerity, not required to do all this, then we become frustrated, we become angry when something comes to disturb us. So here Krishna is saying that higher than the degree, higher than the tapasvi is the yogi. Then higher than the yogi is the jnani, and higher than the empress, and greater than the fruitive worker, meaning the karmi. So a yogi is greater than the Ashtanga yogi, greater than the jnani, and greater than the karmi. Alright? Is higher. Therefore, O Arjuna, in all circumstances be a yogi. When we speak of yoga, we refer to linking our consciousness with the supreme absolute truth. Such a process is termed differently by various practitioners in terms of the particular method adopted. When the linking process is predominantly in fruitive, when the linking process is predominantly in fruitive activities, it is called karma yoga. When it is predominantly empirical, it is jnana yoga. And when it is predominantly in a theoretical relationship with the Supreme Lord, it is called bhakti yoga. It's interesting, right? Let me just put it on the board. I hope we get these are all right, yeah. Bhakti yogi is the foundation for all of them. So Krishna is saying, So Krishna is saying here, when we speak of yoga, we refer to linking our consciousness with the Supreme Absolute Truth. Such a process is named differently by different practitioners in terms of the particular method adopted. When the linking process is predominantly in fruitive activities, this is called karma yoga, right? Karma yoga. When one is predominantly empirical, just studying, trying to understand, this is Dhyan Yoga. And when it is predominantly in devotional relationship with the Supreme Lord, this is called Bhakti Yoga. So this Bhakti Yoga is the ultimate perfection of all yogas. The Lord has confirmed herein the superiority of yoga, but He has not mentioned that it is better than Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is full spiritual knowledge, and therefore nothing can excel it. Asceticism without self-knowledge is imperfect. Empiric knowledge without surrender to the Supreme Lord is also imperfect. And fruitive work without Krishna consciousness is a waste of time. Therefore, the most highly praised form of yoga performance mentioned here is Bhakti Yoga. And this is still more clearly explained in the next verse. So let's write it here.
Asceticism is those who don't believe.
Sorry? Asceticism, tapasvi.
Huh?
Tapasvi.
Tapasvi.
Not atheist, ascetic.
Tapasvi.
Ascetic is the tapasvi. Those who are controlling their mind and senses, fasting 30 days, going on parikrama for 60 days, doing dandavat parikrama. This is all tapasvi, right?
You need something. Intentionally leave
What's that?
Intentionally leave something.
Yeah, intentionally he gives up something, yeah. So here Prabhupada is saying that Bhakti Yoga is full spiritual knowledge. Full spiritual knowledge. And nothing can excel it. Now, asceticism without knowledge. So we are in asceticism. So this Ashtanga Yoga is ascetic. Tapasvi. Right. So this one is full knowledge. And this one is just doing tapasya without knowledge. Right?
Yeah, he's doing tapasya
Without knowledge. So if he does without knowledge, it's imperfect. It's good that he's doing, work and all this. But what's the use if he doesn't know what he's doing? Right? Right? So this is imperfect. And now this knowledge, he has knowledge. He has knowledge. So this is big knowledge. It's big knowledge.
What knowledge he has?
This is big knowledge.
With knowledge, jnana yoga.
Yeah, big knowledge. Big knowledge. But no surrender to Krishna. No surrender to Krishna. Okay? And the karmi is working very hard without Krishna consciousness. but no Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada is saying, simply waste of time.
Last year you have written Bhakti Yoga.
Yeah. Bhakti Yoga is the foundation. Yeah. The foundation. So asceticism without self-knowledge, meaning you don't know what you are doing, who you are, what's the purpose of all your vrat. Like, all these ladies, they like to do so many vrats, right? Monday they will keep one fast, Tuesday they will keep another fast, Wednesday they will keep another fast, right? Without knowledge, right? They don't understand actually the purpose of the fast. They don't understand that the soul and body is different. They don't know what is the ultimate benefit, right? So many things they'll do, right? This ritual, that ritual.
They come under Karma Yoga. No.
They are doing tapasvi. They are doing tapasya. Yeah. It is a tapasvi, right? It's a tapasya, right? Like we saw, Purushottama, so many devotees just went to Vrindavan, some went here, there, in this heat, right? There should be knowledge.
Sorry?
There should be knowledge,
There should be knowledge.
right? There should be knowledge. What's the use of doing a vrat or dhyana, meaning you just recite the shlokas, but you don't surrender to Krishna? Right? This Purushottamas is a very good example of, if you just go and examine what different people did or the devotees did, right? They're not interested. You're the only one who came and did book distribution. Everybody else was, you surrendered to Krishna, right? Instead of just reciting Purushottam Yoga, some shloka here and there, or going off, do tapasya in different holy places, take bath here and there, right? It's so much tapasya in this heat, right? Heavy tapasya, right? So if we did all this, but we don't think what service has been given to me by my Guru, right? If my Guru has given me a certain, say, you do this, this is bhakti, right? This is bhakti. Whereas doing anything else, it may be nice tapasya, right? But it has no value or little value. If by doing tapasya you become irritated,
Yes.
you become angry, you become irritated, then it's not what the tapasya. Then we have to change. If we find we are doing an activity, a tapasya that is making me become angry, we should change. We should know this is not favorable. This is too much. It is not required. So bhakti yoga, bhakti is something very soft, very gentle, very loving, right? So if we find I'm doing all this tapasya, I'm becoming angry, then I should think.
We have to check.
Yeah, we have to check. Maybe I'm doing too much austerity. I can't tolerate, more than this. Then we have to change.
Purushottam ma'am started taking only few days upvas khana. But few days after being soaky, not very comfortable with him, and I changed and I came back to him.
Yeah, but to come and you did book distribution, right? you did para upakar, right? When you gave the books, which is more valuable and which is easier, right, than to go off on a trip in the heat. It is definitely a tapasya to stop somebody because you have to humiliate yourself, right? To speak to somebody, you have to say, no, they don't, not interested. You have to go on begging, please take a book, look at this, right? You have to humble yourself, right? This is tapasya. But
when we come to know what to speak to them, first we are so confused. Don't know what to speak. After we come to know more and more when we study, we come to know what to speak.
yes. So that knowledge is Krishna's inspiring because we are reading Krishna's instruction, right? So we are getting more sukriti. We are doing bhakti. We are doing bhakti actually. We are increasing our bhakti sukriti. Sukriti. Bhakti sukriti. We are increasing. Whereas we just do tapasya unnecessarily, and when I come home I'm so angry with everyone. So this is very much interesting. Text 47. Yoginam api sarvesaham Madgatenantaratmana Shadhavan bhajate yomam Samyukta tamovataha. And of all yogis, the one with great faith who always abides in me, thinks of me within himself and renders transcendental loving service to me, he is the most intimately united with me in yoga and is the highest of all. That is my opinion. So now Krishna is giving his opinion about who is the topmost yogi among all this. The word bhajate is significant here. Bhajate has its root in the word bhaj, which is used when there is need of service. The English word worship cannot be used in the same sense as bhaj. Worship means to adore or to show respect and honor to the worthy one. But service with love and faith is specially meant for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One can avoid worshipping a respectful man or a demigod and may be called discourteous, but one cannot avoid serving the Supreme Lord without being thoroughly condemned. So worship, this word worship means that you're honoring somebody, respecting, honoring somebody or a deva, right? So if one doesn't, welcome somebody, say, oh, he has no manners. But if we don't worship Krishna, right? If we don't worship Krishna, then we are thoroughly condemned. Alright? We are thoroughly condemned. This is very heavy. Why? Every living entity is part and parcel of the Supreme Personal Godhead. And thus every living entity is intended to serve the Supreme Lord by his own constitution. Failing to do so, he falls down. The Bhagavatam confirms this as follows. Yaesham purusham sakshat Atma together. Atma prabhavam Ishwaram न भजन्त्यवजानन्ति स्थानाद्भ्रष्टपतन्त्यदः. Anyone who doesn't render service and neglects his duty unto the Supreme Lord, who is the source of all living entities, will certainly fall down from his constitutional position. Just see how serious this is, right? So that's why if we don't teach, we don't tell people about it, we think, it's a question of option, whether you are interested in Krishna, whether you want to worship him. It's not optional. It's not at all optional. Here this verse is saying that this person will fall down. And we can see it, right? Pious people, how gradually they become impious. Their children even worse, right? The parents are not pious, then the children become worse than the parents. They become a source of problem for the parents. In this verse also the word bhajanti is used. Therefore bhajanti is applicable to the Supreme Lord only, whereas the word worship can be applied to demigods or any other common living entity. The word avajananti used in this verse of Srimad Bhagavatam is also found in the Bhagavad Gita. Avajananti mam muddha. Only the fools and rascals deride the Supreme Person, Godhead, Lord Krishna. Such fools take it upon themselves to write commentaries on the Bhagavad Gita without an attitude of service to the Lord. Consequently, they cannot properly distinguish between the word bhajanti and the word worship. So Prabhupada is saying that so many people, they just translate bhajanti means worship. Prabhupada is saying no. Bhajanti means, what bhajanti means?
Worship.
What does it mean? Bhajanti. What is bhajanti? Bhajan. To serve with love and faith. To serve with love and faith. Whereas worship means I'm offering respect. I don't have love. I don't have love. It's like the difference between a maid and a mother.
Sorry, I didn't hear.
It is the difference between a maid and a mother. You have a maid cook for you, and you have your mother cook for you.
Yes.
Right? So you're getting somebody, you're worshipping somebody, you're offering respect to somebody. It's okay, but then Krishna, you are actually serving with love.
It's like a mother will serve a child, cook and give it love. Last one roti, she give it love. But the servant will not do it.
It is by great fortune that one comes to Krishna consciousness on the path of Bhakti Yoga to become well situated according to the Vedic direction. The ideal yogi concentrates his attention on Krishna, who is called Shyam Sundar, who is as beautifully decorated as a cloud, whose lotus-like face is as effulgent as the sun, whose dress is brilliant with jewels, and whose body is flower garlanded. Illuminating all sides is his gorgeous luster, which is called the Brahma Jyoti. He incarnates in different forms such as Rama, Nrsimha, Varaha and Krishna, the Supreme Person Godhead. And he descends like a human being as the son of Mother Yashoda. and he is known as Krishna, Govinda, and Vasudeva. He is the perfect child, husband, friend, and master, and he is full of all opulences and transcendental qualities. If one remains fully conscious of these features of the Lord, he is called the highest yogi. This stage of highest perfection in yoga can be attained only by bhakti yoga, as confirmed in all Vedic literature. Yasya deve para bhakti yatha deve tatha guru tasya te kathita hi artha prakashante mahatmanaha. Only unto those great souls who have implicit faith in both the Lord and the spiritual master are all the imports of Vedic knowledge automatically revealed. Shvetashvatar Upanishad 6.22. Bhaktirasya bhajanam tat ihamutropadhinihasyanen syenam mana kalpam etativa nishkaryam. Bhakti means devotional service to the Lord, which is free from desire for material profit, either in this life or in the next. Devoid of such inclinations, one should fully absorb the mind in the Supreme. This is the purpose of Nishkarmya Gopal Tapani Upanishad. These are some of the main means for performance of bhakti or Krishna consciousness, the highest perfectional stage of the yoga ladder. I said that we start by doing some work and offering the fruits, karma yoga, right? And now we start to study. Prabhupada said you need knowledge. So along with the work, we study. We study. We get knowledge, alright? And as you get more and more knowledge, you focus your mind on Krishna, alright? This is like Ashtanga yoga. The aim of Ashtanga is to focus the mind, right? And when you're focusing the mind on Krishna, then you want to serve Krishna properly, himself. You want to serve Krishna himself.
So, Dhyana Yoga and Ashtanga is same?
Yes.
Because we have a separate Dhyana Yoga chapter.
You're on chapter 6.
Yeah.
Dhyana Yoga. This is part of Ashtanga Yoga.
Part of Ashtanga.
Yeah. This Dhyana Yoga, see, we are battling right now to remember Krishna. Right? To think of Krishna. Remember him. So this Dhyana meaning now you're not going to lose track of him.
By Dhyan only we can be able to differentiate.
Yes, it is required. So that's why we're studying again and again and again and again, right? We are studying so that we understand better.
Yes.
So this knowledge Prabhupada is saying is important. We should have this. I read it again. From the beginning of Karma Yoga to the end of Bhakti Yoga is a long way to self-realization. Karma Yoga without fruitive results is the beginning of this path. Alright? When Karma Yoga increases... I'm reading text 47, the last paragraph on this page. The culmination of all kinds of yoga practices lies in Bhakti Yoga. You found it? Page 314 in my book.
It is by great fortune, that one?
No, the culmination of all kinds of yoga. And in my book, this is on page 114. You found it?
No.
You found it?
That is one Rama Narsimha, that one? No.
No.
Oh, after that. One remains in full with all opulence. But the last one was just the last one, this one only. Okay, then that one, the bhakti means devotional service to the Lord, which is free from desire, material profit either in this life or in the divide of such inclination.
I'm reading from the culmination of all kinds of yoga practices.
Yeah,
you found it?
Yeah, culmination.
Alright. The culmination of all kinds of yoga practices lies in Bhakti Yoga. All other yogas are but means to come to the point of Bhakti in Bhakti Yoga. Yoga actually means Yoga actually means Bhakti Yoga. All other yogas are progressions. They're progressions towards the destination of Bhakti Yoga. Alright? From the beginning of Karma Yoga to the end of Bhakti Yoga is a long way to self-realization. Alright? Karma Yoga without fruitive results is the beginning of this path. When Karma Yoga increases in knowledge and renunciation, that stage is called Jnana Yoga. Alright? When Jnana Yoga increases in meditation on the Super Soul by different physical processes and the mind is on Him, it is called Ashtanga Yoga. And when one surpasses the Ashtanga Yoga and comes to the point of the Supreme Person Godhead Krishna, it is called Bhakti Yoga, the culmination. Alright? Factually, Bhakti Yoga is the ultimate goal. But to analyze Bhakti Yoga minutely, one has to understand these other yogas. Because in Bhakti Yoga, you got the Karma Yoga included. In Bhakti Yoga, you got the Karma Yoga, you got the Jnana Yoga, you got the Ashtanga Yoga. Bhakti Yoga means 4 in 1. Right? All the other yogas are in that Bhakti Yoga. If one is fortunate enough to come to the point of Bhakti Yoga, it is understood that he has surpassed all other yogas. So I'm not sure whether, I don't think I'm a Bhakti Yogi yet. I'm struggling, not Bhakti hasn't started yet.
Suppose he says in the next verse that if he doesn't progress from Karma Yoga, then he is in Karma Yoga only. Then again he is in Jnana Yoga, he doesn't progress, then he is in Jnana Yoga.
Yes.
Like that.
Yeah.
Or then
Yeah. So we have to progress.
we just started our journey.
So it is by great fortune that one comes to Krishna consciousness on the path of Bhakti Yoga to become well situated according to the Vedic direction. The ideal yogi concentrates his attention on Krishna, who is called Sham Sundar. who is as beautifully colored as a cloud, whose lotus-like face is as effulgent as the sun, whose dress is brilliant with jewels, and his body is flower garlanded, illuminating all sides his gorgeous luster, which is called the Brahma Jyoti. He incarnates in different forms such as Rama, Nrsimha, Varaha, and Krishna, the Supreme Person Godhead. And he descends like a human being as the son of Mother Yashoda. So he is known as Krishna, Govinda, Vasudeva. He is the perfect child, husband, friend, and master. And he is full of all opulences and transcendental qualities. If one remains fully conscious of these features of the Lord, he is called a pious yogi. So we can check ourselves. How much we have practiced to remember Krishna and his pastimes, right? I think most of us, we are like karma yogis, right? Most of us, we are like karma yogis, between karma yogi and jnana yogi, we are up and down, we do that. We haven't focused our mind yet on Krishna. So this stage of highest perfection in yoga can be attained only by bhakti yoga. So what should we do? So we should have explicit faith in the Shastra and in Guru. We have explicit faith in Guru and Shastra. Which is free from desire for formal material gain. Devoid of such inclinations, one should fully absorb the mind in the Supreme. That is the purpose of Nishkarmya, meaning all the activities that I am doing has only one purpose, that I can focus my mind on Krishna. So if I am forgetting Krishna, then it means I am not yet there, I am not yet yogi. So Prabhupada is saying from karma yoga to bhakti yoga is a long way. That's why it takes many birth. Like this, the karma of this body is getting over now, right? And I still haven't reached. Then we have to accept another birth. Again I have to do and increase. Again I have to practice. Again I have to increase.
Many births we have to do. Many births we have to do.
Yeah, many births. Not very encouraging, is it?